Alright, Shalom. Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all the praises and the honor and the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rachakudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and mercy and love unto you, brothers that are doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi. In sincerity and in truth, throughout the four corners of the earth, alright? Now, today's date is January the 3rd, 2020. Okay, so as we just entered the so-called New Year's, okay? Now, the reason why I say so-called is because New Year's is actually supposed to start when life comes back into the earth, man. Now, what do I mean? I mean, it's supposed to happen around the springtime, man. Okay, when the trees, okay, gets its leaf back. Okay, when the rivers are flowing with water. Okay, that's represents life, man. And that's the time that Yahawashi was actually born, man. Okay. Now, the scriptures, does not give you a specific date, but, it gives you, or it tells you about an event of what was happening prior to Yahawashi being born, man. Okay? And at that time, the shepherds were out, the sheep were out, and so on and on, man. Okay? Not in the dead of winter. Okay? Which is another reason why Esau's doctrine is way the hell off, man. Okay? You say December 25th is so-called Jesus' birthday, but where is that in the Bible, man? That's nowhere to be found in the scriptures. So how are these people making up all of these lies, man? Okay, this world is coming to an end. Okay, it's coming to an end, man. Esau is being exposed and he's pissed. Okay, you got children who are disobedient to parents. I'm talking about also spiritually, because you got people who were taught this truth, who are in Israel, and now they're being disobedient, to the apostles, man. Okay? So all of these turmoils, all of these things happening, it's to show that we are at the end of the end, man. Okay? In which, pretty much, like what I want to get into the scriptures about, talking about when Yahawashi is about to return, man. Okay? And now Esau is pretty much pushing out that name Yahawashi is being linked to terrorism, man. Okay? Which is completely off. And Yahawashi said what? That we will be persecuted for his name's sake. Okay? So we will push Yahawashi. Okay? Regardless of what the fuck you come up with or how you want to control the narrative, man. We will push Yahawashi, okay, to the end, man. Okay? Lord Yahweh Bashimah which is to say, Lord willing, that we are of the elect, we will fight and push Yahawashi, man. And there's nothing that you can do about it, Esau. Okay? There's nothing that you can do about it. You can take down our videos. You can come and lock us up. Okay? All of these things won't matter. Why? Because the truth has already been pushed out there, man. Okay? People know the truth. You got people in the Philippines who know the truth, man. You got brothers in Australia. You got, you have Akiam all over the world, man, who have woken up, And now, I'm here in this, I'm a small ass, a province, Saskatchewan, in Canada. Okay? How the hell did I wake up? It's all through the spirit of Yahawashi, man. Okay? Because we're living in that time, man. The unicorn is doing its work throughout the internet, man. Okay? So I want to talk about Yahawashi return, in which I'm going to bring out the Apocrypha. In the book of 2nd Ezra, man. Okay, because this is an event that will happen very soon here, because you got a lot of people who are asleep, man. Okay, people pretty much having good time, like I always say, man, because that's the spirit that I'm in right now, man. Okay, just observing and watching what people are doing, and how that they have no cares about the next thing that's gonna happen in this life, man. Okay, and so this is in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13 verse 1, and it says, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. Okay, this is Ezra speaking, and he said, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof, man. Okay, and it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, man. Now, can you imagine that happening? Can you imagine the day when Yahawashi comes down with the chariots, and you got thousands of angels with him? You got thousands of angels with Yahawashi coming down in chariots, man. in their glorious bodies, okay, coming to be damaged, but also coming to deliver his elect men, okay, and the 1/3 of the children of Israel, man, okay. So this is, you got a vision, you have to put this in a vision, man, okay. You have to imagine this actually happening. And it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him, man. That's right, because, this links up to Revelation 1 and 7, man. Okay? Where it says this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds. Okay, the clouds represents the chariots, which the chariots are the vehicles, and what the so-called white man calls UFOs, man. Okay, to us they're IFOs, they're actually identified. Those are the vehicles that the Heavenly Father's angels, okay, travel in, man. Okay. And it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so a month. Okay? That links up to what I just read in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 3. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousand of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled. All the things trembled that were seen under him, man. Why did they tremble? If these people believe that who the world called Jesus Christ is coming back to bring love, why are they going to tremble in those days, man? Because you have to understand, the scripture talks about Jacob's struggle. The scriptures in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1, talks about Michael, okay, coming down to fight against the dragon and his angels, okay. So you have to put this into your imagination, where all of these things are going to happen, and then Yahawashi is going to return, man. So you're going to have fire kindled already in the earth, man. Okay, where people are going to lose their mind. Okay, women and men, okay, who have children, they're going to be put to death because of the chaos that's happening. Okay, the lack of food. Okay, the scriptures talk about these things, man. Okay, they talk about these things, and so people are going to tremble. They're going to be shit scared, man. Okay, and it says, verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, they turned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire, man. Whew. Can you imagine that? And it says, verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea, man. Okay, so you're going to have all of these nations who are going to come together to fight against Yahawashi, okay? And that's what Esau is preparing for, man, okay? Like you recently had, not recently, but a while ago, I forget, I think it was Ronald Reagan, no, I believe it was Ronald Reagan, who spoke about pretty much that when there is an invasion from outer space, we need to come together, okay, and come as one family to protect the so-called human race, okay? And so Esau's agenda is what? Eventually, although there's a lot of turmoil against these nations in the earth right now, eventually there's going to come to a time where there's going to be an invasion from the outside world, okay, the so-called outside world, okay, from the space, and we need to come together to help each other out to pretty much overcome and win that fight, man, okay? So that's his agenda, okay? And that's why it says what? That there's men from the four corners of the earth, okay? It says right here, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number, from the four winds of the earth, from the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Okay? But I beheld, and lo, he was graved. He had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. Okay, that great mountain is the chariot, man. And that's what Yahawashi is going to return with. Like it says in the book of Acts, the first chapter, the same way Yahawashi was taken up is the same way that he's going to return, man. Okay? And it says, verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not, man, because the chariot was, huge. It was super big, man. Okay, he couldn't see the end of it, man. Okay, and it says, verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So although all these nations are going to come together to fight against Yahawashi, they're going to be afraid. But guess what? The Lord's going to put the Spirit in them to fight. Because that's what the Lord does, man. He's the one that controls everything, man. So Esau right now, he's preparing himself to lose a battle. He's preparing himself to lose a battle. And that's why Yahawashi is getting him ready for, man. And it's a beautiful thing because the elect have already overcome. Okay? So it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And you're going to have a lot of our people that are in this so-called militaries, okay, who are a part of Esau's agenda, who are going to fight for Esau. They also will be put to death, man. Okay? Because the scripture says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. Okay? Esau is not going to go unpunished. And you Israelites who are helping Esau, you will also be punished, man. Okay? Because 2/3 got to go anyways, right? And it says, verse 9, and lo, and as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, a laser beam, man. Because what's laser? Laser is concentrated fire, man. Okay? So Yahawashi, he's gonna come and he's going to shoot laser, man. Laser beams to destroy these people, just like how it happened in the movie Independence Day, man. Okay? So Esau gets these ideas from the scriptures, man. Yahawashi's eyes are red, okay? Because he drunk wine. But who knows, man, okay? He might shoot laser beams out of his eyes, man. All of these things we gotta take into account, man, because Yahawashi is way out there, man. All the power that he has, he can do anything, man. Okay? He can do anything under the command of his father, Yahweh, man. Okay? And it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out spark and tempest. Damn, that power that Yahawashi is coming with, bring any of Esau's technology, it cannot be compared with, man. Okay? Because that power is out of this world, man. That's something that you cannot measure. Okay? Esau likes to come up with all these numbers, these mathematical problems, solutions, and so on and on. Okay? The power that Yahawashi will have, you cannot number. If you can't number his children that's in the earth, what makes you think you're going to number or measure something that's coming from an outside world, man? Okay? That shows you Esau's pride. Okay? And Yahawashi is going to expose him by destroying him and taking that crown back, man. Okay? And it says, verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden, instantly, okay, upon a sudden, of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, man. So can you imagine being turned into powder? Hey, Yahawashi, I believe that's in the book of Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken, where it talked about, you know what? Let me get that, man, because this is very important. Let me actually, there's actually a few. There's a few. Let me get the one in the book of Malachi first. Or Micah. Either Micah or Malachi. Where it talks about the nuclear missile melting you. Okay? Melting you. This is in the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. And it says, for behold, the day cometh. It says, for behold, the day cometh, okay, that thou shalt burn as an oven, and all the proud, It said that thou shalt burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahawashi of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branches, man. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, man? The Lord burning you up like stubble, man. Dust, ashes after you burn it in the fire. That's what these people are going to be like, man. Okay? That's what these people are going to be like. And it says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow as the calves of the stall, man. And ye shall and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi of hosts, man. Okay? So, so pretty much, in these last days, man, when the nuclear missiles come to destroy these people, okay, Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi is also coming back to save his elect men. Okay? And that goes to show you that perfect balance that he spoke about in the book of Proverbs, the 11th chapter, man. That the Lord, he deals with the just balance, man. Okay? He deals with the just balance. And it goes on to say right here in the book of 2nd Ezra. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, continuing. It's a lot, yeah, again. Chapter 13, continuing, verse 12. And after, it says, afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain, from the chariot, and called unto him another peaceable multitude. Okay, now who's that talking about? Okay, Revelation 7, okay, and 1 and down, okay, and it says afterward I saw the same man. Who's that same man? That's the same man, Yahawashi, come down from the mountain is the chariots again, and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and other some brought to them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked, and I said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. Verse 16. For for as I conceived in mine understanding, woe, the word woe means destruction, unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. Okay? Woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaviness, man. Okay? Now understand the things that I laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for him that is in the danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and to not see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered me and said, okay, verse 21, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the things that thou hast required, whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind. This is interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. Now this therefore, they that which be left behind are more blessed than they that had been dead. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea, man. So those that endure unto the end, those are the same men that Yahawashi is going to save and deliver in times of trouble, man. Okay, how many times does the scriptures tell you that if you endure, if you keep the faith, Yahawashi will save you, man? Okay, so you're gonna go through trials and tribulation, you're gonna go through a lot of hell, but if you endure and you continue to have that faith unto Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, the Almighty, then the Lord will save you, man. Okay, there's no ifs or buts about it. If you're of the elect, the Lord got you. Okay, that's the beautiful part about being in this truth and also being an Israelite, man, is that the Lord got you, man. If you do your part, okay, if you are not ashamed of him and you come out here boldly like you're supposed to be, the Lord got you, man. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing to think about, man, is that all I have to do is go out there, okay, because I've already given my body as a living sacrifice, fight for Yahawashi, stand in great boldness, fuck Esau, fuck these heathen nations, fuck this life, okay, and the Lord got you, man, and he will give you much more in abundance in the kingdom of Yahawashi, man. Okay, and it says, the same is he whom the Lord Yahweh, the highest, hath kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature. Okay, and he shall order them that are left behind. Whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind and fire and storm. And it says, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. Okay, now we're getting into, exactly into the depth of when Yahawashi returns. And what is to actually take place. Okay, because the scriptures, goes into details as well. Verse 29, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Okay? And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall overtake, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Can you imagine a different realm coming to fight against this earth? Can you imagine the technologies they have? The angels? That's why Esau's afraid. That's why Donald Trump, recently, I forget exactly how much, but it's in the billions and billions of dollars he invested into building a ship, man. A ship, like a spaceship, man, to pretty much prepare himself for war when the angels return. Okay, can you imagine, man, putting all that money into something that you're going to lose anyways, because it's already been written. That goes to show the Lord is in control of everything, man. Okay? And it says, verse 32, and the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee therefore, Salakia, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son, okay, Yahawashi, that's who's the son, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle. They have one against another. And that's exactly it, man. As you see right now, you got all these nations, okay, pretty much getting ready, okay, for one person to make a move, okay, and that's going to happen. So when all that happens, all these people are going to be fighting against each other, and then when Yahawashi returns, they're going to come together and fight Yahawashi, man. This is a beautiful movie, man. Okay, could not have been written any better. Beautiful movie that the Lord Yahawashi created, man. Okay, and it says, "Whoo, this is this is getting me excited, man. It's getting me excited." Okay, where was I? Verse 33. And when all the people shall hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle which they have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest when verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand up on top of the Mount Zion. Okay? And Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay force before them their evil thoughts, and the torment wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law which is like unto fire. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king. Okay? Oh man, this is beautiful, man. There's so much meat in here. This is beautiful. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country, whereas never mankind dwelt, okay, they that they might keep there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High had showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over, man. Okay, you know.
How you been, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing alright, man.
You alright?
Yeah, man. I'm just
Good.
a little bit drunk, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry for. How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, like I'm just out here, you know, doing
I
the
know,
work.
I know.
Yeah.
Man. Tell me that before, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because you know, just like I was, like I'm a, just like as I was speaking, just like a few minutes ago, we're living in a time where, chaos is gonna happen very soon, man. You know, this is a very, a dangerous time, man. You know, as okay, what I mean is that when you look at the state of the world, you got a bunch of wickedness happening throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Who the world calls God, he's angry, man. You know, when you look at the state of this world, the planet is being ran in a wicked way, man. Okay? The Lord is about to return very soon and put everything back in order, because everything is out of course. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's life, man.
What's that?
It's life, man. That's what I mean. Yeah, you know, hey, you know what? That's all I gotta say is life.
Well, yeah, you know,
and
like...
I know what you mean, because I'm not into that, but, you know?
Yeah, you know, like, it is life, but at the same time, there's morals.
Like, how the God is angry.
How?
Yeah.
Because when you look at this world, you got homosexuality all over the place.
Yeah.
You got children, okay, who are being taught to change their sex. Okay, you got wickedness. You have the so-called white man ruling over everyone, and the way that he rules is not according to the Bible, man. You know.
No, I don't.
You know, all of these things
You know
matter.
what? Yeah. Okay. Look. You know what? And I'm sorry for stepping you over whatever it is. Hey, you know what? Okay. What's your name again? Emmanuel or John?
Manny.
Emmanuel. You know. That's why I forgot your name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be honest, and I know that some other people, like, let's say, well, I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
And I don't judge whatever it is, because I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But like, honestly, for me is, I don't know if you know, you know what? I don't know if you know me. Let's say for a long time ago, whatever it is. For me, is I'm not like stopping you talking, whatever it is. I understand, you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
right
you know.
now, I'm telling you that's like, I don't want to, you know, I'm sorry for it, you know what I'm saying, because, hey, it's life, you know what I'm saying, God is God, right, because a lot of people trust in Jesus, you know.
Yeah, but you know,
and
like...
they trust in law, you know what I'm saying, some people, they trust, like, let's say, their own, like,
Yeah, but you know, like...
lie, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? My point is that like you said, you understand.
Yeah.
You know, sure, right? You know, you got some people who also say, you know, that they understand. At the end of the day, right? Like you say, God is God. It's true.
Yeah,
But God,
it's true.
but God also has rules that you have to follow, right? He has.
Everybody. Yeah.
No. But listen, right? Everyone has their own opinion. People like to say, oh, this is what I think. But for example, you have parents, right? Like, I don't know, right? Like,
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Well, everybody have their parents as well.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So pretty much, right, as a parent, you have rules under your household for your children, right? If you have a child and your child does something wrong, what will you do as a father or as a mother? You will discipline. You will discipline your child so that child doesn't do it,
man.
right? For example, right, if your child goes to the store and steals the candy, comes home and tells, "Hey, mom, I stole this candy," what would you do? You will discipline and be like, "Cut that shit off, right? Don't do that." Why? Because you, as a mother, you would want your child to do the right thing, right? And that's the same thing with this, man. Okay, we are the children of the Most High, right? And when we go off, when we do the wrong thing, He will also discipline us. Now right, so
Tell you what, it's life, man.
right, so
You know what I'm saying?
right, so guess what? The way that
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, my brain,
No,
because one of my mom's waiting for me in the car, so yo, it's life, man. You know what I'm saying, fam? You know what I'm saying? Maybe another time, you know what I'm saying? Just, let's live life. Hey,
Right,
you. You remember me from the Romano place?
Yeah, you know, but anyways, man, at the end of the day, you know, people don't want to hear this word. You know, you got a lot of people who are bugged out here, you know.
I'm good.
You know, they don't want to hear this word, man. And you know, just like as I was saying, the Lord's about to judge this place, man. Okay? If you have a child and they do something wrong, okay, the most logical thing to do as a father, if you actually care about your child, you will discipline that child, man. You know? But people out here nowadays, they don't give two shits, man. You know? People don't care no more, man. They just want to live life and have fun, man. Okay? But the job of the elect men are to be party poopers, man. Okay, we're to be party poopers and come and tell them cut that shit off. Okay, we're the type of people who will go to a club and turn the lights on and tell everyone to get the fuck out, man, because it's no time to party. Okay? That's the time that we're living in, man. Okay? And so this place is expired. This place is expired. Yahawashi is about to return. Okay, to come back and to put everything back in order, okay, to tell you Edomites that you are no longer in rulership. Now, when I say tell you, he's going to do it physically, man, okay, take you out of rulership, man, okay. So with that, man, I want to give all the praise and honor and glory to Yahawashi, Al-Shai, Bashim, Al-Hakodash, have honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy, salutations to you out there that are doing the work. Keep enduring, man. This place is completely done. Until next time, shalom.